Hey everybody, welcome to Problem Solved, part two of the winterizing or pool closing. My Intex 16 by 32 by 52 inch ultra frame pool. I got the cover that it came with. This is the debris cover that the pool came with. I had put it on with the help of my son and strapped it down as per the instructions. It fit pretty well. It fit really well, actually, even with those pool pillows inside. But I did wind up making a adjustment. Definitely think I underestimated the amount of pool pillows or the size that I would need. Had a rainfall already, and I don't like the way the water is pooling in certain areas. So I have some other ideas I'm going to put to the test. And I'll keep you posted on here. Actually, towards the end of this video, you'll see the final configuration that I have for over the winter. I only had 3 4x4 pillows in the center of the pool. And after the first rainfall, the water did pool pretty significantly along the edges. And I don't want to be kind of pulling and dumping and emptying water and snow and ice over the winter. So it's still warm enough now where I can deal with it. And I'm going to add more pillows. I'm going to get some 4x8s and put those along the edges. And hopefully that way I'm thinking I'll be able to control where the water is pooling during the rainfalls and be more easily accessible to be able to empty it instead of even needing a pump. So that's the plan. I'll continue here with the pool closing. This is part 2. And this is the final part. I am draining the other side of the filter right now. I'm showing you also those plugs. They are definitely watertight. These 2 I plugged from the inside. Actually, all 3 were plugged from the inside. Again, this is wet because it was after a rainfall. Plugs are holding up. Everything looks good on the pool side. The filter is still got to be winterized. Disconnect everything. I disconnected all the tubes from the filter in the pool. This is the drain plug that's actually in the sand reservoir, or the tank which holds the sand. I simply just, drained the water out of there and left that cap off. I left it off a few days, to be honest. I want it pretty well dried up. The less amount of water, the less water you have in your filter, the better over the winter, because obviously the water will eventually reach freezing temperature and turn solid to ice, and that could damage any components on the filter if that water is trapped in a certain spot where it expands and cracks the plastic. So that's the idea. That's the goal. Make it as dry as possible. Do whatever you need to do to keep it dry. And my plan is leave it in the sun with these valves and or drain plugs. A couple of areas, the basket here, I'm going to leave out in the sun. Let the sun evaporate some of the water, and I'll let it dry out there until I feel there's no more water leaking out of it. And then I'm going to try and I like covering up, some ports over the winter. I don't know what could get in there, but I'd rather not take the chance. And being that I left it out and I feel it's pretty well dry, a few little droplets of condensation isn't going to make or break the deal, I think, over the winter. I don't think we're going to have any damage because of that. So I'd rather make sure these ports are completely covered and sealed. I don't want any bugs or rodents or anything, to find their way. I would think it might make a good home for them. So I'm leaving this out, not in the garage, not in the house, not in the shed. I'm leaving it out. In place where it sits is where it's going to stay this winter. And I'm just going to cover it with a tarp. So in preparation for that, I just put some Ziploc bags and rubber band on these 2 main ports here where the hoses hook up from the pool. And I'm going to suspect this is going to work out okay. Stay tuned for the opening. The suspense is killing me already. And hopefully you have the right result. And hopefully the pool will be pretty clean. Obviously, part 1, we put in the winterizing kit. Part 2 here is showing you the end result. that's the filter there, all wrapped up nice and tight. And if you recall, I did mention that's the bucket I actually use to drain out the water when it collects. But this here actually is the final configuration I was talking about. I went and got a bunch more pillows. I got about 6 more 4x8 pool pillows that I put in the pool along the edges, and it basically creates a I guess a situation where the center of the pool has the pillows mostly, and it's up higher, so the water can run off and sit. If it is going to collect and sit, it's going to be around the edges where it's much easier for me to use that bucket to clear the water off the pool without even needing a pump. And so far, it's worked out that way. So hope this helps. Stay tuned for the opening in the spring. Looking forward to that. And thanks again, as always, for watching another problem solved. I hope this has helped. And don't forget, please comment or like, subscribe. I always try and reply immediately to the comments if I can. You know, I do this because I enjoy it. I enjoy, finding problems and solving them. And just part of life that you have to realize life is filled with problems and you have to be able to solve them. So hopefully this helps you save some time and money, and look forward to the next one. Thanks again.